what in the world is going on in the world right now? I mean, I know you came here because you thought maybe I had some answers, but unfortunately I don't. I don't really know what's going on. You probably don't know what's going on either because you're here watching this video. And the ideas that we have of what's going on is all coming through different sources of media. So everything that we're hearing is coming from different sources of media, right? And I think it's very important to realize that the media is a for-profit business. There is no special ethics board that governs what people put on the internet or share through the news. We have freedom of speech, at least here in America, so people can really say whatever they want to say. So you have to understand when you're hearing things, there could be some truth in what they're saying, but there also is most likely a lot of untruths in it. You know, things that are either exaggerated or they're not telling you the entire story. So before you repost things or draw assumptions about things or get really upset or too comfortable, just realize that when you played that telephone game back in junior high and the message at the end of the circle of your 5 to 10 friends was completely different, just imagine by the time a message gets from the other side of the world to us over here. Oliver's crying. So I just wanted to say that. I mean, we all have an idea. We know bad things are happening around the world right now. They could be happening in your home. They could be happening in your neighbor's home. They could be happening abroad. They are happening abroad. They're happening in a lot of different places. And I know if you're anything like me, you're feeling a bit helpless in the sense that either you're in one of those situations and you don't know how to get out of it, or you're on the outside and you're privileged in my case, and you don't know what you can do to help. And honestly, there's not a lot that you can do to help unless you're in a place of power and influence and have money. I mean, let's be honest, or you're a superhero. So where does that leave us? What can we do? If we really break this down, it all comes down to bad things happen to good people all the time, but who does it? People do it to other people. So I think the first important thing to do is to self-reflect. Understand what your biases are, what your prejudices are, what your level of empathy is for other people, and determine if you think you're at a healthy place. If you don't know, then maybe talk to someone who's educated in this matter. Maybe Google and read some books, get some literature to help understand different things that are happening inside of you and the way that you relate to the pain that others are going through. So I think that's first, that's taking care of yourself. Second, once you've done that, you can then help other people recognize where they are in that journey as well. Because I think fundamentally it comes down to people right here in your home, next door, and abroad just need to take a minute and check themselves. They need to understand what humanity is, what empathy is, and they truly have to value one man, one woman, one child to another. Until people have done that work on themselves, have acknowledged that themselves, there will continue to be issues. And honestly, there will continue to be issues for the end of mankind. But what you can do today is make sure that you are a healthy contribution to the community and society that you're in, so that you can, lead by example and help usher other people to be kind, to be generous, to be genuine individuals. Because honestly, I know people say the slippery slope when it comes to ethics, but I think it applies here as well. If you get comfortable saying a few prejudiced things here, saying a little jokes here, sending that really funny thing that you saw on Twitter here or whatever, social media, that all is perpetuating these negative ideas of different groups of people rather than perpetuating empathy or appreciation for diversity or humanity, etc. So it's a very complex situation. There is no real true fix, but I think the more people take the time to work on themselves, you can start changing your generation, and then you can raise a better generation, and it'll progressively get better as we break down all of these different negative ideals that people have been taught over the years. We've made it this far, and we can continue to go forward, and we can do it, you and me. I want to share this one verse that I think would be really helpful to anyone who's interested. And let me grab it here. So this is from Philippians 4:8, and this is the Amplified version. So it says, "Finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and confirmed by God's word, whatever is pure and wholesome, whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute. If there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think continually on these things," which means to center your mind on them and implant them in your heart. "The things which you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things in your daily life, and the God, who is the source of peace and well-being, will be with you." So I just wanted to echo that. That sums up everything beautifully, that as you concentrate on things that are lovely, that are of peace, that are noble, that are excellent, treating people with kindness, without judgment, and with empathy, you will continually plant those into your mind and therefore into your heart, and it will affect those that are around you, and it will give you peace. All right, and then one last thing, there was a quote. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted a quote today. So I thought this was really good as well to just think about, just reflect on. Maybe you can share on your Instagram as well. "We think too much and feel too little." It's talking about empathy there. "More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness." So that ties into what I was saying earlier. The more you practice sharing and encouraging and words that come out of your mouth and things that you put online, if they're more centered around humanity and kindness and gentleness rather than trying to be witty or clever or insensitive, you can decide what you're putting into the world, and that is what you'll receive, right? We know that there are some terrible things happening. We need to definitely do what we can do to help, which I have discussed here. But do know that you don't know the whole truth, and you should certainly try to pray as best as you can, vote as best as you can for those people that are in positions of power to do certain things. But most importantly, just work on yourself and work on affecting those close to you and your community, because when it comes down to it, it's how we're treating each other. So let's start with you and me to affect change in the people that are around us, and we can use our platforms to share that beyond the people that are around us, and before we know it, we will have shaped a whole new generation that is full of kindness and love and generosity. Until next time, you guys, I'm Jessie with Mylifeasjessio, and it's been so nice talking to you guys today. And until next time, bye.